stars! It's me, Missy. I'm back, and today I'm going to be playing some more of Wytchwood. Now, when we last left off, we had just finished up the whole quest for the snake, and we got his soul, so that's good. So before we do anything else, I'm probably going to head back to the maiden and see if we remember anything else about what was going on with her. And then we will continue on our little quest to go take care of the leech in the sick house. And the sick house is actually right here, so yeah. Let me look at my inventory. Do I have a thing to teleport? When thrown sharply against the ground, the seed will spirit you back to cozy comforts. Let's do that. Just so I can go back easily and not have to run all the way back. Teleport me home. Heart seeds, time to go home. Let's go. Yes, I need to go back home and I need to go check out the maiden. The sleep, well, it's not maiden, Sleeping Beauty, but tomato tomato. And see if I remember anything from why I have her in my basement. Hi, Lucifer. Okay, let's go see. I collected a soul for you. Can I not, like, look at you? Anything? Nothing. Well, crab cakes. Fine. Can I go talk to the goat? Lucifer and I are gonna have a conversation. What are you doing? You're not done collecting my souls? Okay, well, screw you too, buddy. Give. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, well, let's go back to the sick house. And I am back in the swamp. Wrong thing. Okay, let's go this way. There are Angie. Here we are. This way. This is to the sick house, and here we are again. I can't interact with you. I can. Nurse! Hold on now. The sick house is full to the brim of festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? A plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, it's terrible! It's affecting the young and old, the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients, I can barely catch my breath. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? We've just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded, I've even had to dump some in the swamp. That seems unethical. But don't worry, the leech inside working her miracles on the other patients, they couldn't be in better hands. The leech? That's the doctor of this place? The best in the land? I don't dare think about how much worse it would be without her skills. Need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. Sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your years to enter such an infectious space without a proper inoculation. But with all the patients, we're low on medicine, and I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. Bah! What's a simple booster shot made from anyway? There's plenty of medical ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. Well, it's a pretty basic prescription. If you can bring me the components, I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. Oh, damn, I have one of those. You place the sloshing jar of ichor in the nurse's hands. Or is it ichor? One of the two. She inspects it suspiciously, but doesn't ask where it came from. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass. Numb the pain. Yeah, okay, so I need to get the thistle and lazy grass. Let's see if I can find that. One was the thistle, so thistle. Yep. Snip. Snip. Thank you. It's 3. Whoa there, bud. Ah, running away. Thistle, I need more thistle. Shushle you. This, and then one more. There's that. This is reed. Yeah, reed's fine. So where would I find lazy grass? Would I find that? Probably would find that here. I'm making an assumption, but I think I wouldn't find it here. Maybe I would find it at the fields? In the fields, maybe? Oh, interesting. A place of power, but to what end? Bonk. Okay. Check everywhere just in case. Smelling salts. Cut. Hi, Mr. Drake. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to do my thing. Okay, let's scoot our butts back over here. Let's go see if I can find lazy grass in the fields. Just back this way. Zoom. Yeah, I know you're an angry little bugger. Thank you. This way. Yeah, we're going down here. Hopefully I can find lazy grass here. If not, I'll go look at the lake. I'll talk to that dude later. Yep. Okay, I need more lazy grass. Oh, there's an angry turkey! More lazy grass. Scary sons of bitches. Okay, now let's head back. Let's go all the way back to over here, and we will go to the swamp again and get that done. Combine nut. Forest herb, more impine nut. There's the pixies. way. They look like they're doing fine now that I've reunited them and all that baloney. Okay, up this way, and then back to the swamp. Okay, so heading up this direction, going around, and we can go see the nurse and hand her this thing, and hopefully all's well that ends well. And this way is this way. Yeah, I know you're pissy. Okay, that's all we've got here. Sick house. Okay, lady. I brought you the stuff. Yeah, okay. Here's this. You snap up a few spiny thistles and pass them to the nurse. She's careful not to prick herself on the sharp ends. The nurse takes the dried grasses you've been so careful to keep intact and immediately crushes them into powder. The nurse nods at you, gathering all the ingredients into a small, hand-sized mortar. You hold your breath as she mashes everything into a slimy, stinky liquid. Not the most pleasant stuff, but I can assure you it beats growing lumps where no lumps should be. Speak for yourself. One can never have enough lumps. And the nurse shrugs at you, sucking up the bubbling mixture into an oversized syringe. She gestures for you to hold out your arm. After stabbing into your flesh several times, she fails to find any veins with the point of the needle. Sorry, you seem to have some strange physiology. Bah! Give it here! I'll do it! You seize the injector and jab it into your arm without further fuss. A cool sensation climbs into your fingertips. You doubt the medicine will have any effect, but at least it should make the nurse happy. There, I feel much better. Can I go inside now? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. You should be immune to the plague for the time being. Just be quick. The leech is very busy. Great. Okay. Inquire about the husband in the sick house. Make sure there's nothing here. And let's go into the sick house then. Oh, you poor people, loud snores drown out all nearby. Quite sickly, best to keep a distance. I'll be taking that, and now, goodbye. This patient just stares into the distance, silent. Not seeing visitors right now. They're sleeping. Looks like they could use the rest. Quite sickly. Best keep a distance. Talk to the leech. The doctor slithers from one patient to another, checking off little boxes on a clipboard. From under her wide-brimmed hat, she appears to notice you enter, but pays you no mind. You must be the leech. I was hoping you could help me find one of your patients. Do you have the symptoms? Crackling of the bones, oozing eyes, skin rot, perhaps a yellow liver? Let's get you examined. The leech extends her toothy snout, probing your body and searching for some hidden malignancy. You slap her away with swift palm. If it's sickness you're looking for, you won't find it on me. My dear, we are all sick with something. Whether it's a broken heart or a broken arm, we all suffer in one way or another. You peer through her tightly wrapped garments and see a deep darkness underneath. Despite the warmth in her words, there is a sense of hunger and urgency in her tone. I'm here to heal, to mend, to put all your troubles at ease. Now tell me, what ails you? I told you already, I'm in perfect health. I'm here to find someone, a man who came through here with a sprained ankle. Half the patients who come here may have come to me have a twisted this or a broken that. Before the pox sets in, that is. Can you be more specific? What does he look like? Oh, I'm not sure. Well then, how do you expect me to help you? Come back to me when you know who you're looking for. You look about the sick house at the coughing, wheezing, bedridden souls. Perhaps some of them will be able to identify the missing husband. It's the bearded guy you're looking for. Don't know where that short fellow got to, eh? This guy looks very dead. I miss that man with the beard. Can't find the short guy, really? I can't really help you. This patient just stares in the distance silently. It's the bearded guy you're looking for. Leave me alone. They're sleeping. Looks like they could use the rest. Husband, yeah, he had a darker complexion than that. There was a fellow with dark hair and dark eyes. You know, what a short fellow got. 2A. Missing that man with beard. Short fellow got 2A. Can't find the short guy. Sorry, can't help you. Come on. There we are. It's the bearded guy you're looking for. It's the bearded guy you're looking for. Leave me alone. I've asked them all. It has to be this guy in the corner. The patient just stares in the distance silently. Bearded guy. Well, do you have any better idea who exactly you're looking for? Shorter than most, quite tall. But I need a bit more than that. Fair complexion, darkened features. Narrowing it down, give me something else. Had a grand mustache, keeps himself. Wore a full beard. Ah, yes. I remember that poor man now. He came in with a swollen ankle, but on his journey through the swamp, he must have contracted the plague. His condition declined rapidly, I'm sorry to say. In the end, there wasn't much I could do for him except make him comfortable. He's dead? What sort of sick house is this anyway? My condolences, really. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to doing what I can for the living. At least tell me where his wife might collect his body. The nurse outside seems to be having trouble keeping track of them all. I'm sorry, that information is reserved for the next of kin. Judging by your physique, I wouldn't say you were related to the deceased in the slightest. The doctor turns away from you to prepare vials of medicine, but better return to the old woman in the swamp with bad news. I don't want to return to her with bad news. This leech fucking ate him. That's my bet. Okay, let's go back with the bad news, I guess. Come here. Let's keep going. Old lady, I'm sorry to tell you this. Do you have any news of my husband? He should have been back from the sick house by now. You bow your head in condolence. Sorry to say that your husband has passed away. The leech said he fell ill with the plague. Rather than grief, an expression of mild annoyance crosses the woman's face. Oh, what a nuisance. You don't seem that upset about the news. Well, he was getting on in years. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I just didn't think it would be from some measly plague of all things. So, where is the fool now? I'm not sure. The leech wouldn't tell me. Oops. I'm not sure, but the leech wouldn't tell me. And her sister doesn't know where she put things. Brimstone and Bandersnatch? I know I'm already in your debt, sister, but I ask for another favor. I suppose I'm ready to stick my foot in. I suppose I've already stuck my foot in this mess. What is it? There's an old circle of power just west of here. It served me well in my younger years, and I expect it's still got some juice left. I need you to dust it off and fire it up again. I'll go do it myself. By the time I get there, my poor husband's body would already be reduced to worm farts. Oh, God. What am I to do with this circle? You're a knowledgeable lass. The engravings on the obelisk should explain the rest. Oh, thanks, old lady. This way, I believe. To this way, and then was it here? It was here. Okay. Circle of power, you brush off a blanket of thick moss and lichen from the ancient magical pattern carved into the earth. The essence of power awakes at your touch, bringing slight warmth to your fingertips. 4 black stone obelisks surround the ritual spot. You'll need to scrape off more overgrown decay to read the runic lettering engraved on their surfaces. Necronomic charm. Come on. There we are. The eastern obelisk yearns for the tooth of a dragon. You haven't seen any real dragons in years, but who knows what's out in the swamp. Drake Fang, okay. Southern obelisk asks for a collection of bodily fluids to breathe new life into an unliving vessel. Apothecary humors, okay. The northern obelisk calls for proof of the dead. The afterlife is nothing if not bureaucratic. A death certificate from the Leech would fit the bill. The western obelisk requires a source of undead animation. Necronomic charm, okay. Let's see. Apothecary humors. I need this, which I believe comes from... I need blood and I need bug ichor, so yeah, okay. And this requires a bundle, 2 blood, and pumpkin jack bone. Okay. No more than a lucky trinket for those who would raise the dead, but sometimes that's enough. Need a roast beast. This, please. And I need to get butter, and I need to get a dragonfly wing and a jar of milk. So let's hunt down bugs. Let's do this first. There we are. That's one. Need bait stick. Okay, and then... Need to do this 2 more times. And do I have more of this? I do, so I need to make 1 more of this. Okay, let's go find another... set of bugs. This way. Let's go find some more mesquites. Okay, and then... this... do this. Chop chop. There we are. More blood. Okay, I can make an apothecary humors. Liquid life as proven by modern medical science. Okay, let's look at apothecary humors first, and then... here we are. Yearns for Tooth of the Dragon. I'll have a Tooth of the Dragon. Bodily fluids. Apothecary humors. Here we are. We fill the bowl with an offering of anatomic liquids. The fluid slowly disappears as if being drained by some unseen thirst until only the wet residue remains. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I have to head back and get me... well, I need a dragonfly wing first, so... let's do this bait stick. There we are. 2. Okay, I have 2. And I need water. And I need milk. Okay, so yeah, let's go get some water and some milk. Grab that just in case we need it. Okay, let's head away from here and... head to the fields. That's where we'll go. We'll head to the fields. Here we are. Go head to the fields over this way. There's the imp tree. Okay, I need to get into the well. Here we are. Here we are, and now collect some water. There we are, and then I need to make another one of these. I need to get that though, so let's head back up. Go over here. Look at all these imp eye nuts. There we are. Just enough, I think. Make one, just in case. Yeah, okay. So I need to get milk. See if I can find me a cow. Okay. Oh, it's a freaking changeling. That's cute. Weakness, empty jar. Quiet, keeps to herself. Cow. There we are. Okay, so I can make the magic paste. And then create this for the Drake. And then after that, we have to get the certificate and one more thing. What was that other thing? I need a pumpkin jack bone. Pumpkin jack bone. Pumpkin jack bone. The sacrifice. Okay. Pumpkin jack bone. Pumpkin jack bone. Where, oh where would a pumpkin jack be? Hello, cow. Unusual hay bale! Upon closer inspection, this mountain of hay appears to have been deliberately woven into an intricate wickerwork structure. You can carefully pluck a single piece of straw from its center, and the whole bundle begins to swirl and unravel until a gaping vortex opens before you. A shadowed way. Okay, that's nice. This makes it easier. It's fast travel. Hello, Hopper. Bandits. Many campy peer through the hedgerow and see a ramshackle encampment strewn with plunder. Cut purses and brigands pick their nails with dangerous-looking daggers. I got nothing to gain from this nest of knaves. I better make myself scarce before they see me. We scamper back to the safety of the road. Fuck off, turkey. I know you're angry. Go away. Pumpkin Jack! An unfortunate byproduct of harvest magics. Snag vine. Okay. We got this. We got this, because I have a snag vine already. That's a good amount of luck there. And snare, and then... How do I get to you, you little bugger? There we are, pumpkin jack bone. Cool. Okay, so I have this too. Let's craft that. Necronomic charm. I could go through the portal. Yeah, we're probably going to. I didn't read what it said. Like a little more than a trinket for those who would raise the dead, but sometimes that's enough. Need some helping of hot hawk. Liquid life is proven by modern medicine. This drought will send whoever drinks into a deep sleep. However, it tastes horrible, so mix it with something delicious. Could be mistaken for a cosmic grapefruit, if not for its incredible radiance. Might stun someone momentarily, but its long-lasting effect is purely cosmetic. Effective snare at some distance. It binds tighter as it holds. Useful against pumpkin jacks and stick totems. Warm goblet of animal flesh soaked with sleeping magic. Useful against dogs. Just strike against a hard surface to produce thick and surprisingly long-lasting smoke. Useful against eaters. Tempting but deadly morsel for meat-eating critters useful against newts, dragonflies, and bats. Issue a rattle so intense and unsettling it shakes itself to dust, useful against goblins and bandits. This game is so cute and cool. A juicy offering to powers greater, powers with many gnashing teeth, useful against drakes. Well, we about to go kick a drake's ass. So that is the last thing I need, is just a drake. This way. Oh, Mr. Gnome. This is so cute. Hi, cow. Okay, leave, and I can go sneak back to the swamp in a quick and orderly fashion. Okay. Now let's go kick that drake's ass. Cheers. Yep. Okay, he's sleeping. I have everything but the death certificate. There we are. Okay, back this way. Drake tooth. You drop the sharp reptilian fang into the stone basin with a heavy clunk. It spins like a top, emanating a high-pitched whine before shattering into fine white dust. Okay, a necromantic charm, that's what it is. You place a token of undeath into the basin. It flutters like a candle for a moment before the shadowy umbra of the obelisk snuffs it out. Okay, we did that, and now I have to go get the death certificate. Just over this direction. To the sick house. The shadowy doctor prowls amongst the cots, eyeing the weakest patients with a dark hunger. She snaps a quivering tentacle at you as you approach. Not a step closer. Who knows what sorts of disgusting maladies you might be carrying. Yes, I'm a pox-ridden French. I know. I'm gonna need a death certificate from you. Specifically of the short, bearded man we spoke about. His wife is in no condition to roll her chair through the swamp. She asked me to collect it for her. I don't simply give out death certificates to anyone claiming to be someone's aunt, godmother, or friend. This is a legitimate operation. She turns her back on you and rummages through a nearby medical closet. Now where has that serum got to? Don't tell me we're already out. What's the matter? Out of stock? It's a shame you don't have the time to go out yourself. She tenses at your continued presence. What are you getting at? Medicine for that death certificate? I think that's a fair trade, don't you? You would barter when people's lives are on the line? Fine! They'll have your paperwork, you filthy degenerate. Clearly too angry to speak with you, she shoves a list of required medical supplies into your hands. Mending poultice, dragonfly wings, skeeter snoots. Well, skeeter snoots is done. Leech inspects the barbs before placing each of them carefully into a velvet-lined container alongside other excruciating-looking instruments. Clearly too angry to speak. Okay, so I need to get dragonfly wings and make medical poultices. Well, I can do one of those things right now. Medicine! 3, 2, 3. And I'll be looky. Here's the mending poultices. Leech stuffs the poultice into an unsanitary-looking cabinet without a second glance. Clearly too angry, da 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 da, so I just need the dragonfly wings, which means I need to make bait sticks, which should not be hard. Okay, let's go back out to the swamp first. Okay. Bait stick. You have enough. 1, 2. Stake you here. Stake you here. Okay, that one's dead. There we are. Well, looky, looky, looky who got the cookie. And just some extra just in case. Okay. Go back inside and give this charlatan her medicine. Leech takes the wings with a surprisingly delicate touch and lays them out carefully along the surface of a clear shelf. I've run your errands, now I really must insist on that death certificate. There's no need to get prickly, I have your papers right here. Leech extends her moist arm and thrusts a poorly written note into your hand. She shakes the mucus from the paper and tries to decipher the loopy, illegible scribbles. You're not even sure that the Leech spelled the poor man's name right, but you suppose it's better than nothing? Bah! Next time I need a doctor's note, I'm better off forging the signature myself. Take it. You crumple the note into a tight roll for safekeeping. Okay. That's the last thing, to go be summoning the dead. And over here we go. This way. Piss off. Bipple, bipple. And give it the death certificate. The humid swamp air has made the paper of the death certificate soft and damp. As you drop it into the bowl, it decomposes before your eyes until nothing is left. With the final offering accepted, the obelisks surrounding the circle began to hum. You can hear a strange melody playing through their discordant tones. The carvings on the ground burn with renewed energy, driving away the overgrowth. You're quick to step away as you feel a vacuous forest full of the circle's center. Suppose that's done the trick. Let's see what the writing has to say for itself now. You rotate your head to read the glowing letters on the edge of the circle. Place the vessel of the deceased, yada yada yada, recite the evocation of necrodermis, blah blah, apply the canopic ointment. Right, seems straightforward enough. All I need to do right now is fetch the body of that poor fool husband. He should be here in the swamp somewhere. Okay, search the swamp for the husband's body. It should be up here somewhere, I assume. Yeah, now you're pissy. Fuck off. This must be where the nurse has been dumping the surplus of corpses. I need to take a closer look at each one, find the right fellow. Slimmer perhaps, but not the right body. Poor soul doesn't fit the description. Not the husband, this one. Not this one. This isn't the right one. This is, where on earth is that stinking body? You'd think I'd be able to find him among the dead here. You watch a partially bloated fly land on a rotting hand peeking out of the muck. Its disgusting proboscis probes at the withered flesh. Two globular red eyes slowly unglue themselves and swivel to boggle at the insect. A huge slime-covered toad lashes out and pulls the hapless fly into a gaping, toothless maw, along with most of the sunken corpse. Well, I suppose that explains where my misplaced man went. This, what am I gonna do to you, buddy? Frog King, much larger than conventional witchery. Familiar. One second, guys. I'm not gonna be able to make a noise. Can it be? As the lovely young morsel wandered its way into my palace. You call this filthy bog a palace? He throws his head back, shaking the swamp with the burbling laughter. Smaller frogs and newts scurry out of the way to avoid being crushed by his enormous bulk. Wouldn't you? This place is a veritable bounty of insects, and my subjects have such healthy appetites, so they will all grow big and strong. I'd eat you too, but that head of yours looks much too hard to prefer my food to be nice and tender. Look, you wouldn't perchance have seen an old man pass through here, have you? About yay high, full beard, deadish. Frog taps his fingers against a log, grinning an impossibly large grin. Oh yes, I do believe I've seen the chap. He had such a delectable aroma. It'd fall off the bone ribs. But I'm sorry to say that once something goes down the hatch, it never sees the light of day again. We'll see about that. I'm sure I can come up with something, some desserts for you. Frog rolls his eyes around as if daring you to try something. Digestive tablets. Which of course always has something she can try. Digestive tablets. Do not eat these unless you would very shortly like to have that action undone. Useful against turkeys. I have newt. Goblin snoot. And I have a ton of snail shells, so I just need the iron newt, which means I need to make fucking bait sticks. Bait stick, bait stick. I need a bait stick. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go chop up a log and try and get a fucking newt. Go away. Well, thanks, snail. There you are, you son of a gun. 2. Okay, digestive tablets. Let's make 2 of those suckers. Okay, I have 2. And now just toss it in this frog's face. We're done. Oops. Here's a digestive tablet, buddy. You wrap a juicy-looking grub around the medical tablet and offer it to the Frog King. Your Majesty, I really must find the whereabouts of that gentleman. Perhaps a small tribute will persuade you to loosen your tongue. The frog gulps down the tantalizing meal without thought. Ah, a delectable gift. Thank you, my pretty. Now, I already told you where... His nostrils flare for a moment, then he sneezes, sending specks of wet mucus flying. The frog's throat suddenly expands, filling with gas. The belch that erupts from its lips resonates so loudly that the entire swamp ceases its buzzing. You avert your eyes, but the noise and smell of the frog's explosive eruption almost knocks you off your feet. Great Gilda's ghost, what a stench! The frog wobbles on its legs, looking thoroughly emptied. He teeters before rolling his huge body back into the swamp with a thunderous slap. You spot the slippery body of the husband floating in the bog water. Luckily, he seems to be missing some bits and pieces, so he should fold up quite nicely. Stuff him in your satchel. That was cool. Well, back to the circle of power we go. It's over here. Fuck off. Circle of power is ready and waiting for its necromantic purpose. Corpse. With considerable effort, you unfold the husband's decaying body from your satchel and slap it down into the middle of the circle. Invisible satchels wrapped around the corpse's shackles wrap around the corpse's limbs and bullets spread eagle against the ground. Strange mist rises from the obelisks, casting everything in a sickening green light. Slowly but surely, the corpse begins to levitate off the ground. It rotates to face each obelisk one by one. I'll get on with it. I haven't got all day. You give the rotting head a good kick as it passes by you. Zombie husband. The gasp of stale other body drops to the ground. Suddenly it bolts upright. Ugh! Reanimated husband, still withered, still waterlogged, but spry beyond those outward appearances. Well, hello there. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know that. Reanimated corpse claws at his throat. Oh, sorry, wait a moment. Near your feet, you see a disembodied tongue flopping about on the ground like a worm. You scoop it up and quickly toss it into the man's gaping mouth. Ugh! Though he moves his jaws, his lurching voice seems to emanate from someplace beyond. Murder! What? I am not. You were quite dead when I found you. No, Leech murdered me. He clutches at his hollow chest as if trying to feel his heart beating. Gave me plague, drained my blood. Leech murdered others. He swings a limp arm towards the body-filled fog. I knew there was some awful stink about that sick house. Serve doctor infects her own patients. Check her office. Find proof. Don't you worry, I'll make sure the parasite gets what's coming to her, but you should head back home. Your wife is worried half to death about you. He turns and looks longingly over his shoulder. You hear his vertebrae popping. Yes, I late. As he shambles into the choking mist, he gives you a crooked nod of thanks. Aw, that's kind of cute. Even in death, they didn't part. Oh. Well, let's go search the Leech's office. While Leech is busy with her patients, you rifle through the contents of the various cabinets in her office, mostly dried herbs and potions. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. That is until you notice a suspicious-looking bookcase set against the wall. The books are all fake, just chopped down spines glued to solid plank. Your fingers race across the medical titles and quickly find a loose volume. With a click of a switch, the whole bookcase swings open to reveal a secret compartment. Your heart jumps at the sight. Racks upon racks of bottled blood are arranged like fine wines, each vessel meticulously cataloged. The names, description, and age of its source. Looks like that thirsty slug's been sapping the living for years. On a nearby table, you spy a decanter half filled with ruby red liquid. You wonder whose blood it contains. A dash of salt would remind that slimy worm that there's worse things out there than bloodsuckers. This wine is just waiting to be salted. Sprinkle a generous amount of embalming salt collected from the graves of the Leech's victims into the decanter. As the salt dissolves into the bloody cocktail, you hear the telltale squelching of the good doctor's approach. What are you doing? Can't you see that this is my private office? I already helped you enough, so there's no reason you ought to be here. She hastily shuffles you out of the room. Now get out! This place is only for the sick! You're certainly right about that. You walk just out of sight before doubling back to hide behind a withered get-well bouquet. You peer at the vexed Leech as she slithers around her office, checking every cabinet and locker for tampering. She mutters something expletive about nosy old women. Satisfied, she sighs with relief and reaches to pour herself a glass from the tainted decanter. And that addition of black fever adds a certain nutty quality. Maybe it will pair well with an infusion of peat moss palsy in the next batch. She takes a sip, waiting just a moment before throwing her head back and guzzling it all down. Lovely. Sharp flavor. Full body, too. Suddenly, the Leech snaps to attention. Her limbs dart out, writhing with uncontrollable gestures. She stabilizes herself against the table as sweat pools on her brow. The decanter shatters against the floor in an explosion of glass. What's happening? Leech spasms as the tendrils of ghostly spirits begin to suck the moisture from her body. You watch as she dwindles in size, shrinking like some horrible raisin. Well, your soul's mine now, honey. You inspect the mummified worm. The leech. Collect all of the soul of the leech in the swamp. The mummified worm pressing it between your fingers lightly. Drained by the very spirits she was supposed to be healing. In your fingertips, you make out the faintest of heartbeats, the soul of the leech. Each quest is completed. Bear in the forest and ox in the fields. I don't believe it. This was happening right under my nose the whole time. You poor people. Hopefully you get better. I guess I should head to the field next, since the field is unlocked. Let's go here. And the field is over this way. Okay, so I need to head back up here real quick, and then we can be on our way with other stuff. Let's talk up here, and we can start talking to the other people in this area. Quartermaster, oh hello there. Sorry, I think I managed to get most of this debris off the road. Looks like you've made a fine wreck. What on earth happened to your cart? Yes, well, you see, I was sent on a very important mission by order of my captain, the bear. The bear, you say? What sort of mission? Excuse me. It's my mission. It's my job to make sure the lakeshore camp is well stocked with provisions, but most importantly, a steady supply of honey for the bear's favorite mead. I was just on my way back from the apiary with a cart full when a deer or something darted out of nowhere. Jostled my poor mule so bad that she broke her bridle and ran off. My own heart nearly leapt out of my rib cage. Piled the darn cart rightly into the ditch she did. No, every barrel is smashed and I can't bring myself to report back empty-handed. The bear will have my guts for garters. I'm sure of it. This bear sounds like quite a brute. Oh, you don't know the half of it. If he doesn't get his honey mead, heads will roll. Maybe you could lend me a hand? I can't very well put this broken cart back together. No, something like that. Nothing like that. But could you take a message to the sergeant of the lakeshore camp? He's a reasonable fellow. Let him know what happened, and maybe he can get me out of this bind. You can get to the lakeshore camp if you follow the road to the northwest of here. You need to stay with the cart and assess the damages. Oh, dear. Ox is here. Haven't been to the lakeshore at all. Let's go to the lakeshore. Oh goodness, it's this way. For this direction, and then over here. Yep, the lakeshore path. Hey, where you think you're going? Yeah, no one but us soldiers are allowed inside the lakeshore camp. Get out of my way. I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent only thing that's urgent is the line for the latrine, or if the cap hasn't had his drink. That's right. Captain Bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in no less. You want a good thrashing. The guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him. It's dangerous in there. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail granny like you near the beast. That beast. One guard turns to the other with a conspiratorial shrug. Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for her health? Oh, yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to look the other way if we was fairly compensated. Right, fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out after all. There's some gold. A bribe, you carefully press the 3 heavy gold coins into the palms of the waiting guards. There, I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves. Right, 1 for you, and 2 for me. What, you mean 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here. You still owe me for that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. The 2 guards fall into fisticuffs and roll into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. Well, that was easy. Thank you. Whoa. As you cautiously approach the bear, drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. And then I walloped them just like that, so next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing that his drink had gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms! More drink! Bring me my delicious honey mead! The soldiers, taking cover nearby, exchange nervous glances at each other, none wanting to confront the bear. There's no more honey mead. The bear wipes the strain of drool from his sagging lips, and his blurry eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as it waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say, now that's a funny-looking helmet. Soldier, I ever tell you that the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the western mountains? You decide that no is not a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. The bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right, go get more mead! Like a child throwing a tantrum. Got you. Okay. Shh, we don't want him to find us. Come here, you little bugger. Here we are. Talk to this dude. Sergeant, the frenetic-looking officer shouts hurried. Not the frenetic. The frantic-looking officer shouts hurried orders at whoever will listen, but most of the camp soldiers are busy cowering or knocked out cold. Man the gates! You over there! Secure the perimeter! We just need to hold out a little longer! Sir, we're running out of men! Where's the damn shipment of honey? You step out over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. Might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat into the camp? Found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble on the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to get here anytime soon. What? Oh, curse my rusty breeches! Without the honey and other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. Bear's gonna flatten the whole camp when he finds out. The camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior there ever was, which is grand and all when we're fighting an enemy. But once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor sods as playthings to reenact his conquests. And the only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. Guzzles up so much honey mead we have to brew it right here in the camp just to keep up. He points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents, a portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear down. He'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. If the bear is so in love with brawling and bruising, then perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. Determine what the brewery needs. Inspect the brass contraption, a tank here, a hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, at the end of the day, the brewery is really just a fancy cauldron. This seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct the potion for your troubles. Alright, Sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, if you think it'll help, but you'll need to fuel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. Jar of water, twigs, and a cinder box. Well, I have 2 of those. You snap kindling into pieces and scatter it into the bottom compartment of the brewery. Should be fuel enough for the job. Cinder box. With the heart of a cinder box, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. It will bring the tank to a rolling boil. And now I just need to get 5 jars of water. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go get some jars of water. Okay, and it's this way. I gotta say, this game is so much fun and it's so beautiful. It has so much character to it. Well, is down here. And we've got well water. Let's go back up. This way again. Jars of water. You slosh cool, clear water into the brewery's main tank. Not the best base for potion brewing, but you want to preserve that honey mead flavor. With the hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course, I'll need honey for the mead. The quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the field, so I best try there. Then I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Honey, metamorphosis elixir, and torn teddy bear. Okay. Captain's tent. Through the open tent flap, you catch a glimpse of pillaged trinkets and treasures scattered about the spacious interior. You surmise that one of these precious objects might contain enough magical essence to use the token of the bear. Your eyes have only a moment to linger upon the giant fur-lined bed before a hand pulls the door flap shut. The sergeant gives you a disapproving glare as he ushers you away. Hey, you can't go in there. This is the bear's personal tent. You know the kind of hell that would break loose if he finds out someone's been snooping. Don't worry, I'll be careful. It seems like your men are keeping him distracted anyway. Glance over at the bear as he tosses aside a soldier like a sack of potatoes. No way, no how. If you think this is bad, just wait until he finds out there's no more honeymead. If you're so afraid of that stomping brute, why don't you just slip away into the night? Surely it would prolong your life a little. In abandon all my friends, we soldiers gotta stick together. It's our only chance. If only there was some way to stand up to the bear. Thought seems to cross the sergeant's mind as he notices the potions and baubles hanging about your belt. Say, you're good with magical doodads and what's it's, right? If you made me some sort of protective charm or talisman, then I could maybe have a chance against the monster without getting my head shoved in. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me into this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Protective talisman. The sergeant looks at you with a glimmer of hope in his eye. Okay, so protective talisman, wicked gemstone, magic paste. Let's do these. I need to go to the cow, and then to get this, I already have everything except for I need another ember. There we are. Okay. Can make that, and then I just need to go get to the cow. Grain, meaty morsel, and then reed twine. Okay, let's get going. This way. I need to go to the fields. Okay, first things first, I need the cow to give me some milk. Okay, I got this. What is this? Changeling root. Okay, I can make this. Interact and loggers hatch. Wow, that was very effective. Okay, I just gotta find another one. Okay, and it's up there. Here we are. Okay, so I need to make a metamorphosis elixir. Careful you don't mix the two parts together, or there's no telling what will change. Okay, we're at the apiary at the fields. Should be up here, I think. empty gourd stands before you, wiping beads of dew off his bumpy forehead. He tilts up the brim of his hat and greets you with what you interpret as a smile. Welcome to my farm, stranger. What brings you out here? How's it growing, farmer? Oh, you know, not so bad. Trying my best to vine the harvest competition this year. Well, you look to be making good progress. I'm sure you'll be a shoo-in for the blue ribbon. You would think so, wouldn't you? But every year without fail, that sour ox takes the prize. No matter how hard I work, I can't seem to outgrow his crops. Careful now, you're beginning to sound like a sore loser. Ja, not sore loser. I just thinks it's quite suspicious, don't you? Last year, the ox and his family grew the largest corn cobs I've ever seen. I was only barely able to get second place because of my own little helpers. He motions to animated turnips and potatoes busy with menial farm work. But this year, his crops are larger than ever before, even though his family is nowhere to be seen. It doesn't make any sense to me. He's working the fields all by himself. What happened to his family? That's the fishy part. No one knows. They just disappeared one day, and the ox has said nothing. That does sound suspicious. Perhaps I'll go and ask him myself. Ja. His farm is down to the southwest. You won't miss it. I must get back to work. Veggies won't grow themselves, you know. Okay, I need to go up and around. Let's go this way. Stupid jerkies. Here we are. Okay, apiary. Righty-ho, I'm afraid we're closed for the season. Closed, but I need some of your honey right away. Sorry, our supply was cleaned out just a little while ago. Funny little man with a cart, you just missed him. Yes, I've met him. He's the quartermaster for the Bear, but he had a bit of an accident on the road. I need to collect some more honey for the lakeshore camp. The Bear? Well, that explains why the quartermaster purchased so dang much. I heard that the lumbering bully would steal the nectar from a larva if it'd suit him. My poor bees have already worked themselves half to death for that order, and they don't have any honey left. Wish I could do something to help you, but the only honey left in the entire apiary is Her Majesty's personal reserve. Her Majesty? Why, my sweet spring flower, the jewel of my crown, the golden son of my... Yes, get on with it. My beloved queen! She's as lovely as she is wise and resides over her flowered kingdom. A shrill voice pierces the meadow and sends chills down your spine. Slave! Where is my dinner? I order you to bring me the finest sunflowers. Right away, my love. And make it pretty this time. I don't want another one of your dandelion bouquets like some common wasp. Yes, my sweet. I think I had better have an audience with this queen myself. Generally well-mannered, but can be quite hostile when irritated. Okay. Okay. The regal insect looks down her curled nose at you scornfully. That fool beekeeper is supposed to stop the rabble from trampling my delicate garden. Good help is so hard to find, isn't it? I suppose you've come to lend a hand? No, I don't think so. What do you want, little beetle? You seem like a very busy woman, so I won't waste your time. I need honey, your best honey. She tilts her long neck back and lets out a buzzing laugh. Do you think I simply give my carefully cultivated riches to just any commoner? Do you have any idea how much time and energy is spent managing this colony? Everyone always wants something, but no one ever wants to work for it. In a rustle of petals, the beekeeper comes running over, holding out an assortment of beautiful prairie flowers. My darling sweetheart, I offer you the finest meadow flowers. I hope you find these to your liking. Is this marigold? You wax-brained fool, you know I despise the stuff. How many times must I repeat myself? Get out of my sight, all of you! My love, I have wronged you. Let me try again. You follow the beekeeper a short distance away while he busies himself picking more flowers. She seems to be in a foul mood. Does she always treat you like this? Well, yes, but it's really usually my own fault. Sometimes when she really gets her venom up, a little bit of smoke and soothing herbs calms her right down. Smoke, you say? I'm sure I could come up with something to even out her mood. Royal incense recipe. Produces a smoke to calm even the surliest regent. Okay, and I need this I need water again, and I need frog and clay. Okay, so I should just go stop at the well and then head to I don't know what I was saying. Goodness. I need to stop at the well to get water, and I need to get frogs. So let's get into the forest. So I need clay. One. Come here. It's two. Okay. There we are. And then this. Okay, good here, and then one, and then I need water for this. And now I can make this, which makes this. And now I must head back to the fields to get honey from the queen. Okay, here we go, back again. Looks like little wings on me. And I have crow's feet. Oh, this way we go. Yeah, now you're pissy. That's not what I wanted either. Let's keep tracking that. You sneak! Do you honestly believe that your little puff of smoke can? The queen fans herself lightly as the world begins to push and pull all around her. Whew! Does anyone else feel a little hot? Anyways, as I was saying, you can't just... The sparkling sun bears down on the queen. Sun bears down on the queen like a warm summer's embrace. Look at all these beautiful colors. Have they always been so bright? The queen bee stretches her arms across the sea of flowers, brushing the tips of their petals gleefully. She arcs her limbs through the myriad of colors swirling about her head. It's gorgeous! Oh, what's that delicious smell? Cracking into the waxen walls of her hive, the queen pulls out a golden honeycomb. She proceeds to messily stuff the honey into her face. Delectable! Oh, it's so good! You simply have to try some. I've never tasted anything so delicious in my life! She offers up a sticky handful to you. Why, thank you, my queen. Take it. Goodbye, son. She seems half asleep but still feasting on honey. And now we must head back to the bear to brew for him. Oh, goodness. There we go. Forest. Go to Lakeshore. Honey. As you squeeze the honeycomb with your bare hands, thick, rich honey slowly oozes into the brewery's tank. Too sweet for your taste, but then this potion is not for you. Metamorphosis elixir, you ladle out a good portion of the writhing, tar-like substance into the brewery. To be safe, you add a little bit more, just for texture. Leave. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me go to 10? There you are. Here, this ought to shield you from harm for a time. He grins nervously as he puts the charm around his neck, then he clobbers himself in the face with his own fist. Whoa! You weren't kidding! Though that's nowhere near the kind of punishment the bear can dish out. I better find some more stuff to test it out with. Then I'll give the bear a piece of my mind. He stumbles off into the camp to find other objects to try against his newfound protection, leaving the bear's tent unattended. Let's go in. Teddy bear. Okay, and back to this. Torn teddy bear. You pause before dropping the tattered plaything into the brewery. A glint in its button eyes reminds you of something. But the thought soon evaporates from your mind. You overturn your palm, and the stuffed bear splashes down into the concoction. It floats slightly for a moment before becoming waterlogged and disappearing under the surface. With the addition of the final ingredient, the brewing equipment is sealed and set to work, steam hissing. Sorry, guys. Steam hissing from rivets and its swollen metal belly clanks and rattles. Before long, the waggling fingers of the gauges and dials settle down, indicating that the brew is complete. You give a quick sniff test and recoil at the sickeningly sweet vapors. You push an empty wooden keg under the contraption's spigot and crack the release valve. The brewery strains under the pressure and fills the keg with chunky, oozing fluid. It may not be the finest honey meat around, but hopefully that great raging galoot won't stop to notice the difference. The brewery wheezes in defeat. You doubt it will ever make meat again. Take the keg. Ah, Captain, I've brought you more honey mead. The bear swipes at the tankard with his massive paw and tosses the contents into his slavering maw without hesitation. He licks his chops, savoring the peculiar flavor. When a sudden jerk, he bears down on you with suspicion. Say, this tastes kind of funny. What did you do, soldier? It's a new recipe. I thought you might enjoy something with a little more sting in it. Ugh! You know I hate new things. I'll teach you to mess with my favorite brew, you hayseed. The bear is upon you with frightening speed. He raises the huge mace in his paw skyward, and you brace for the impact. With an equal measure of speed, the sergeant leaps between the crashing mace and your head. You peer through your fingers, and a great clang resounds through the camp. The bear roars ferociously as his blow is magically repelled from the sergeant's talisman. The mace goes spinning out of his paw and falls into the lake with a great splash. He gapes, dumbfounded. The sergeant stands before him, completely unharmed. Ha! That'll teach you to pick on us, you big oaf. This has been a long time coming. The sergeant wags his finger at the bear. Who do you think you are, huh? You think you're so big and tough with your fancy feather hat and your big honking club? Well, look at you now. The camp soldiers gather to witness it in stunned awe. Miraculously, the bear seems to shrink in the face of the sergeant's onslaught. If it was up to me, you'd be dishonorably discharged for disorderly conduct. You're a disgrace to the uniform. You're no captain of mine. With fear welling up in his eyes, the bear shrinks and shrinks until he is reduced to the size of a small cat. And another thing, what's happening? Teddy bear. In place of the bear's drunken grimace is the stitched face of a doll's grin. Two button eyes stare back at the disapproving faces surrounding the little plush toy. Sergeant takes a step back to reveal the small shape of a stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. Your transformative potion has finally done its work. Gee, I guess I overdid it. He scratches his head in befuddlement but seems genuinely relieved. Hey, Sarge, I guess that means you're in charge now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Well, what are you all standing around for? The camp's a mess. Let's get to work. Collect the soul of the bear. The bear, collect the soul of the bear. Achievement unlocked. You pick up the diminutive doll and brush some sand out of its fur. As you inspect it further, its head lolls to face you. Far within the glassy surface of its button eyes, you can barely make out a tiny crimson flame, the trapped soul of the bear. This ought to be what old goat is after. I hope he's happy. Wow, we're powering through these guys. What a relief with the bear gone. We can all rest easy. Those poor men. Okay, let's keep going. Just gonna go here. Okay, and then, yeah, so I need to go down here and then go down there. Okay. I missed the gate somehow. To the Ox's farm. This is so cute and pretty. This old pooch deserves a treat. Aww. That gourd's head's bound to rot. Interesting. Hey, this is private property. What are you doing trespassing on my land? Well, I just came to admire the glow of your crops, Master Ox. I heard you produce the most bountiful produce in the land. Well, you heard right. I work day in and day out till my hands are raw and my back is broken, but you won't find a finer farm anywhere else. You're sure to take first prize at the Harvest Festival again. You and your family must be so proud. My ox spits on the tilled soil. Those lazy lads never understood the pride and joy of devoting oneself to the land. What good's a family that gripes about hard labor? We'd have never won any of those competitions if it wasn't for my sacrifice. Where's your family then? I can't help but notice you're working all by yourself. If you must know, those damned old bandits out by the South Bridge stormed into the place one night and stole them away. Bandits, you don't seem very concerned about getting them back. Ha! I'm better off. For all I know, they could have been already ransomed off for fertilizer, but if you're so worried, why don't you go talk to those bloody brigands yourself? Now get your big nose off my fields or I'll toss you in the compost heap. Okay, dude, calm down. Oh, I have one, so let's do this. Well, I have a dreadful doll. I'm ready to go. Let's go take care of those brigands. They are swear. Ah, sly old fox, how'd you manage to get your creaky bones past me grunts? My mooks must be getting fat around the waist to let you slip by so easily. Never too old to teach some young'uns that hands are better left out of people's pockets. Next time I catch one of your thugs rooting for gold, they'll have to recount their fingers. Ain't afraid of nothing, are ya? Well, let me be the first to welcome you to the merry camp, though I suspect you didn't come just to scold us. What do you know about the ox who works the southern fields? He told me his family might come through this way. Oh yeah, we know about that, about the ox. We also might have seen that family of his, but on the other hand, maybe we didn't. What's it to you? Listen up, you big lug. That information is just about the only thing stopping me from changing the whole lot of you and stinking chickens. Alright, Granny, no need to get upset. We was just playing games, you know. Yeah, we seen the family boy and his mom, if I remember, always walking in that big ox's shadow, always looking afraid him too. So you didn't kidnap them? Where are they now? You know, you remind me of my dear old ma. She didn't take no guff from no one neither, and she used to bake the most delicious meat pies. I sure do miss her cooking. Me and the boys have been awful hungry lately. Thieving is hard work, you know. Say, do you know how to bake? I even got my ma's pie recipe right here. Who knows, on a full stomach I might even remember something about that missing family. Humble pie. This brew could use a healthy helping of crow. Well, I guess you're in now. And don't make any trouble. Humble pie. Dough, crow's feet, and this. Okay. Need eggs and milk. Okay, I need more numbers. Pheasant, not entirely unlike a chicken, though to the aesthetic preference of some. I need another... fire. Sorry, cow. I need an ember, okay. Okay, that's 2 embers. Second one. And I need to make... well worked and ready for the next stage of its life. Who knows? It could be more than a figure of speech. Okay, let's go get me some milk. Milk and eggs for the dough. Plump and happy hen. Okay. There we are. Hello, cow. I need milk from you. Thank you. Let's make some dough. And I need crow's feet. Okay, let's go to the field. Adversary to a farmer, ally to a witch. There we are. And we're good. Humble pie. Okay, let's go get that Bandit King his humble pie. Bandit Boss! So, do you know how to bake? I even got Mama's pie recipe right here, and who knows, on a full stomach I might even remember something about the missing family. Here's some humble pie for you. Fee fi fo fum, I want pie, my tummy tum tum. Come on then, have a helping. The bandit plunges his hand into the pie, grabbing a fistful. He barks in delight as wet chunks of pie filling splatter out of his gob. Ah, delicious, just like how Ma used to make. But something's different. He picks a small black feather from between his yellow teeth. Is this crow? I figured you could do with a serving of humility. The gargantuan man's lips begin to quiver. Great watery tears well up into his beady eyes. What's the matter, dearie? Are the spices too strong? Sniff. Nah, it ain't the spices. It's just, he deteriorates into great shuddering sobs that shake the camp. Ma always said I was a bad seed, said I weren't good for nothing but eating and thieving. But all I really wanted to do was dance. I was gonna make the greatest dance troupe the world had ever seen, had a name in mind and everything. Everything. Picking and leaping at pockets. But, I ain't been doing nothing but taking, always taking. Oh, Ma was right, I'm a bad apple. Come on now, dry those eyes. You're not all that bad. He snorts a dangling gob of snot back into his nose. You really think so? You gently reassure him with another helping of pie. Of course not. You're going to tell me all about the ox's family, aren't you? Oh, right. Well, you see, we've been spying on that ox for years now. Every full moon, he'd go out into his fields all by his lonesome. He'd howl at the sky. What was it he'd say? Oh, yeah, he'd yell, corn cob. Then it always sounded like he got into an argument with someone, but there was never anyone else there, except that creepy old scarecrow of his. You pat the sniffling rogue on his stubby cheek. There's a good lad. Maybe it's time to think about trading the daggers for dancing shoes. Stuffs more handfuls of the crumbling pie between his blubbering lips. Snarf. Yes'm. I'll do it. I'll dance. Well, I'm glad I gave someone else a better life choice, I guess, and made them think on it. Okay, well, back to the fields, and back to the ox's fields. Okay. Okay, let's go have a conversation with the fucking scarecrow. There we are. Theory simulacrum of a human sways in the breeze. Its lumpy face seems to leer down at you, as if expecting something. Ah, Abraca corncob. The figure creaks against the pole as its vegetative head twists to look at you. It takes a wheezing breath, expelling a moth from its mouth hole. Hello? Yes? Have you come to strike a deal with the great and magnanimous Harvest Master? Ah, no thank you. I'm involved in quite too many dark contracts with supernatural beings already. Why, then, have you summoned me? Has the ox made a deal with you, perchance? The ox? Why, yes. Terrible trade, I'd say, but a deal is a deal. What sort of trade does it have to do with his missing family? Yes, he said he wanted to win pretty prizes, grow the best crops. Said he would give up anything in the world. So he offered me his wife and son, and I'm not one to refuse a bargain like that. Where are they? What do you do with them? Don't worry, they're fine, but as long as I make the crops grow, they belong to me. And if the crops should fail, your deal would be broken. Ha! I am the greatest harvest master. I'm the great harvest master. My harvest will never fail. We'll see about that. I better take a closer look at these prize-winning plants. Who are you? What are you doing? That lumpy vegetable farmer sent you. Just go back and tell him to suck eggs. What? Who? Oh, don't play all innocent with me. I know a spy when I see one. Get lost, turnip head. Leave me to my toil. Scarecrow stands motionless. Oh, Pooch deserves a treat. Ox's crops were invigorated by powerful forces, but even the strongest stems can be withered away. Excuse me? These crops are robust, thriving beyond anything else nearby. Withering can. Older and can poisoned by the witch, of course. These stalks don't look so sturdy to me. A good herbicide ought to shrivel these right up. That'll teach the ox a lesson about proper agricultural practices. I'll need a sturdy enough vessel to hold the poison, though. Maybe I can convince the vegetable fellow to give up that nice big watering can of his. he is over here, up here, this way. Hey, dude. Well, Hulu again. Find out anything about that Ox is up to? As a matter of fact, I have. It seems he traded his family to a turnip wizard or field genie or some other such nonsense. Ah, you must mean the Harvest Master. That explains a lot, actually. Bad business to get mixed up with that sort of fellow. Farmer nervously wipes his brow with the back of his lazy hand. Not that I would know anything about that myself. Listen, I don't have time to exchange farm gossip. I need to borrow your watering can over there. I'd be happy to lend it to you, but unfortunately I still need to grow my fries vinning vegetables. He glanced down at the fat head of a cabbage bobbing gently against a blanket of big, swaddling leaves. You think you may have heard a faint giggle coming from deep within the fronds. Seems plenty big enough to me. Ah, just you wait. My little baby is going to grow up to be big, great big baby. It's going to be the battle of the ball at this festival. But if we're to say grow a little bit faster, I suppose I wouldn't need my watering can at all. You swear the farmer winks at you despite not being equipped with any eyes. Does anybody here grow produce in an honest way? Let me take a look at the little tyke. Look down at the fattest little cabbage you've ever seen, but if it gets your hands on that watering can, it could stand to be a little fatter. Growth potion, turkey gizzard stone, jars of water, of course. Okay. Okay, let's go get the jars of water, and then we can make this. I need more embers. Two, 3. So I need cow's milk. Just all the way over here. Okay, I need cow's milk for this. I need another petal, and I need this. I just need more blood, and I need a frog. I need more clay too, so... Well, let's head to the well so I can get a frog and I can get some water, and then I need to get some clay. And then I can get the gizzards after I head back to the apiary. Okay, so well for water and a frog. Okay, 1, 2. Come here, you. Smoky pellet. I need 2 blood, so I need 1. I need 1 more, so I need more clay. And 1 more should do. Another frog. Come here, you. Okay, I need to head to the swamp. for some blood, and then I can head back and get the gizzard stone from a turkey. Okay, swamp. There we are. One, two. Blood. Okay, and I need more frog stuff. Which is easy because I am in the swamp. Let's head over this way. Two and three. There we are. Okay, so I needed this to help make this, and I need to get a petal from the frickin' thing in the apiary. Okay. I need to get a digestive tablet into a frickin' turkey to get a gizzard stone. So back this way. Let's go to the apiary first, and then we shall head and get the gizzard stone from a turkey as well. It's this direction, isn't it? Pretty sure it's this way. Yep, it's this way. Hey, gobble gobble. There's the gizzard stone. Apiary is next. Okay, and there's a flower petal. Grab this. There we are. And let's head back to the vegetable farmer. Over this way. Over this way. Isn't my baby just wunderbar? Looking down at the fattest little cabbage. Here's the growth potion. You pop open the cork of the potion and sprinkle the bright liquid onto the cabbage roots. You look down at the fattest little turkey gizzard stone. Crushed into fine powder, gizzard stone lends potent nutrients to the soil. And then there's water. You spritz the cabbage with fresh, clear water while uttering a simple horticultural charm. The water beads like dewdrops before the leaves drink them up and brighten in color. The budding plant changes to a bright purple, then blue, then yellow. It suddenly goes rigid and shrinks the size of a marble. Farmer gasps in horror and his precious baby disappears back into the earth. He turns to you, shoulders stiff and pitchfork in hand. He takes one step in your direction, but stops abruptly when a tremor shakes the ground. You look to your feet and watch deep cracks split the earth. Hold on to your hat, this one's gonna be big! You will hear a booming giggle echo from deep in the ground. The vegetable farmer falls to his knees, clutching his hat into his chest. In an explosion of leafy greens and flying earth, the bouncing head of an enormous cabbage erupts into the field. The farmer reaches out to it shakily. My little baby? Papa! The farmer scrambles towards the big bundling cabbage with open arms. My beautiful baby, look at how big you've grown. See, with a little love and help from your friends, you're sure to win first prize after all. I didn't even care about that zilly zing anymore. Just look at how handsome my baby is. The two embrace, laughing and crying. I guess you won't be needing that watering can anymore. Please help yourself. You've helped me more than enough. Well, that's a little weird. It will take some work to break through the Scarecrow's magical boon, but you're confident in your mastery of poisons. Potion of Blight, Wayward Water, Pumpkin Jack Bones. Well, Pumpkin Jack requires this, and I can make this. Make this. This'll... Another jar of water, damn it. Need more embers again. Okay. We'll get that pumpkin jack first. Pumpkin jack, and then we'll get the water. Okay, pumpkin jack bone, we got that. I need to go get water. Okay. This away. This. Thistle and a moose eye. This way. Okay, let's get some water. Here we are. Okay. Okay, I have the water, so I can make this. Bottle filled with water, but there's something weird about it. Weird water. I need toxic thistle, and I have newt, and then to make this, I need toxic thistle anyway, so let's go get to collecting some toxic thistles. Okay, let's head to this. And I'll head to the swamp, and I'll get some toxic thistle, and then we shall head back to the fields to take care of them crops. That's one, that's two. That's three. 4. Okay, I just need 1 for this. 3 for that, and I need 1 noob's eye, so we need to chop up a log. There is one up near here. Okay, yeah, there's one right here. There we are, buddy. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's make this. A terrible brew to wither and waste. fields. Let's head back to Mr. Ox's territory and wither away his crops. Oh, goodness. Oh, I need to go get the can. Whoops. So, back this way to the vegetable farmer. Here we are. Crops were made by magic, so too can they be unmade. You hold your breath and empty the poison vial into the container. The toxic fumes make your fingernails curl. Weird water. A good amount of weird water will just dilute the poison to keep it from eating straight through the metal can. Pumpkin jack bone. You crush up the impish bone into fine powder. This potent fertilizer will help spread the blight. Find a hefty stick to mix all the ingredients together inside the watering can. You know your work is done when the stick dissolves into mush in your hands. Take it. The withering can is ready. Okay, here we go. Down this way. Let's wither some crops. Hey, I thought I told you to beat it. He raises his hoe and brandishes it at you menacingly. Wither. You watch the sickness spreading up the stalks to the very tips of the tallest leaves. Vivid greens turn to diseased browns as the crops bend and droop. No! What is happening? Harvest Master, we had a deal. You promised my crops would never fail. Dreadfully sorry. Looks like my magic is broken. Not my fault. The ox throws himself to the ground, desperately raking the soil with his fingers. Wait, let me make a new deal, please. I sacrificed too much for this. And a new deal? What is your offer? Anything you want. Just bring my precious crops back to me. Anything? This is acceptable. Worm-like roots suddenly wrap around the ox's feet and begin dragging him into the soil. Wait, I didn't mean... Dummy. The dust settles over the spot where the ox once stood as if nothing had happened. Though the soil looks barren and diseased, as a small sprout of leafy green catches your eye. Achievement unlocked. Collect the ox's soul. Blossom. Where the ox once stood, a green tendril has pushed its way through the earth. You watch a delicate blossom unfurl, revealing a stubborn, hard-shelled seed, the soul of the ox. Souls of the bear, the leech, snake, and ox jostle in your satchel with fearful energies. That's that. Then I better get these back home to the goat before he ransacks the rest of the place. Victory. Okay, I've been healed. Standing at the front gate, the ox's missing wife and son blink in confusion as they had just burst from the earth itself. As if they had just burst from the earth itself. Ma, what happened? Ah, welcome back. I suppose you don't remember much. He really did it, didn't he? That stupid festival prize was worth more to him than us. Where is he? Where is my husband? Don't fret. I've already set things straight. He won't be troubling you again, and you've got this nice fertile farm all to yourself now. My son and I worked ourselves to the bone for that horrible man. Thank you for lifting this curse. Just do me a favor and don't make any deals with suspicious scarecrows. Okay, time to head back. Let's go give the goat some of the souls that he wants. We've gotten 4 so far. We need 12 in total. Head back home. Where's the goat? Mr. Goat! There you are, buddy. The goat rears its head at the sight of you, its hooves pound the ground excitedly. Most excellent! I can sense the presence of spirits about you. You must have captured the souls I've asked for. No small task, I can tell you that. Just what do you plan on doing with them? Oh, this and that, nothing you must concern yourself with. What's important is that you are one step closer to fulfilling your contract with me. Just go ahead and place them in the shrine there. I'll take care of the rest. The goat shakes its head towards a carved relief on the back of the room, grinning in a horrible way that no goat should. You approach the shrine and open your satchel, stuffed bear. As you bring the stuffed bear closer to the carved stone relief in the wall, it spontaneously bursts into flames in your hands, burning away until only a harsh red stone remains. The stone zips out of your grasp and straight into a socket on the wall, buzzing like some angry insect. You are buffeted by flashes of the bear's wrath, drunken roaring, cowering body, splintered wood, the smell of honey. Dried worm. As with the first, the mummified husk of the leech turns to ash as you bring it close to the wall, leaving only a glowing orb in its place. Images of the leech slither into your mind, the prick of a needle, the drip, drip, drip of draining fluid, soothing wounds, restless sleep. The shrine awaits another offering, cracked mirror. Prismatic colors flash through your head as at the thought of the snake. The secrets lapped up by a forked tongue whispers beneath the sound of festivities. Shrine awaits another offering, hardened seed. The ox brings with him the overbearing heat of the midday sun, the salty tang of sweat and soil, suffering, sacrifice, solitude. You step away from the shrine and its smoldering stones. Your burden suddenly feel much lighter. Your burdens suddenly feel much lighter. Beside you, the sleeping maiden stirs in her slumber but does not wake. Now then, you've had a very long day. Why don't you go get some rest? Tomorrow we shall pick up bright and early. Yes, I am quite tired. Okay guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. If you want to see previous streams that I've done, go check out my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. If you guys want to see when I'm about to stream something, go check out my Twitter. Link is also in my bio. Check my schedule here. Check out my schedule here on Twitch. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are, and I shall see you guys real soon. Bye!